Welcome back. So we move on to this story now. So the fire which gutted 11 classrooms at Riverlea High School in Johannesburg was believed to have been caused by cable theft. The Sowetan is reporting that members of the school governing body say CCTV cameras and cables have been stolen before due to weak security. But to give us their perspective, we are joined by Riverlea SGB chairperson Keagan Everson speaking to us this evening. Mr. Everson, a good evening to you. Thank you so much for your time. So take us back, and in fact, for the sake of our own viewers, to exactly what it is that we've seen take place at Riverlea High School, a fire over the weekend having destroyed 11 classrooms at the school.
Lady, thank you so much for having me, and welcome to your viewers. Lady, yeah, so on Sunday evening, I think approximately at about 5:30, 5:45, I received a call from a community member notifying me that they see some smoke emerging from the roofs at the school. I then probed some more, and I thought perhaps it's a fell fire. And then as one of the community members actually went into the schoolyard, they then discovered that it was one of the rows that was on fire. That was the third row in the school. And as the witness got onto the scene, they noticed a few guys running and jumping over the wall. And for now, that's the information that we have. We don't know who they are. We do have there is some leads, but when we further investigated, we could then notice that some of the cabling were damaged. Some of the pipes were stolen. And you could clearly see that this was an arson case, because just by the way the desks were arranged and so forth. And yeah, so as you rightfully mentioned, 11 classrooms are now damaged. Yeah, as the SGB, I think we are totally devastated by this. And our concern is next week we'll have our pupils returning for school. And so, yeah, this is where we're at currently. Well, the fire was contained, and what I can also say is that fortunately there was no fatalities or injuries because the school is obviously still on a break.
All right, and the school accommodating just how many learners, Mr. Everson? And perhaps you can assist me then with the kind of aid and support you've received, if at all, from the Gauteng Department of Education. Okay,
so currently we've got 764 learners. There was 819, but some have obviously dropped out. We also had a few cases of learners who have passed away. So just a brief background, our community is obviously ridden with gangsterism and drugs. And so we had a few fatal shootings that obviously we've seen this year, a few weeks ago, actually, one of our matriculants succumbing to his injuries. Hence me also saying that, this could be a cable theft. And a few times we've actually pounced on people within the schoolyard. And they were actually drug addicts. The matter is with sex. We also found one of them in the ceiling at one point. We do have a case number for that, and all of that information is with sex. And so, yes, drugs is really rife in our community. And I think, as I've mentioned previously, we don't have security at the school over the weekend. So we've got CPF on the school premises between Monday through to Friday. However, Saturday, Sunday, absolutely no security. And criminals have obviously seen the loophole, and that's where they come in and they just destroy and vandalize the school. And as I've mentioned previously in another interview also, is that I think we've now taken this up with the department, and we've asked them to beef up security. We do understand also, we look at our economy, and we understand the budget constraints and so forth. However, we feel that security should be a priority. because we obviously concerned about the kids, their safety, as well as the teachers at the same time as well.
Sure. A matriculant losing their life at this, a matriculant of their school due to some of the criminal behavior in the area. And then, of course, the SGB chair talking about even other previous incidents of attempts to steal cables in the school infrastructure. You've also got community members in the area who said they've gone days at times without electricity. And you say this is as a result of cable theft. So if you will, maybe an appeal that you make to authorities on just the real cost of a problem like cable theft, certainly in our communities.
Lily, sorry, can you
just talk to me about an appeal that you would make about the impact of cable theft in our communities. I immediately think about how some of the community members living near the school have talked about not having electricity for days.
Yes. No, definitely. Look, that's right. Cable theft is a huge issue. Fortunately, I'm part of the community, and we also do some patrols from time to time. And maybe I should just mention this, that I've taken it as far as rounding up some guys, and we actually took it upon ourselves to try and secure some of the cables. What we've actually done is we can't obviously pour concrete onto it, because that could later cause issues. So we would go around, get rubble, secure some of the cables, and we would do patrols on our own. SAPs do try their best to also assist in that. And that's where we're going. It's really rife, and obviously this has spilled over into the school as well. Sometimes even to the retirement village. It's just adjacent from the school, and so it's really devastating.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes, maybe I should say this, sometimes we feel that we're losing the battle. As I've mentioned earlier, we've actually caught some perpetrators, and you find that a few days later, you find the same criminals are roaming the streets, and to a point where the community feels that perhaps we should take the law into our own hands. And this is a real issue. It's a real issue within our community. Sometimes the SAPs would say that we haven't provided enough information. It could be a hearsay thing. There's not enough witnesses.
Lots to be done, and a community that says we desperately need help. But Keagan, we do appreciate your time. Keagan Everson there is chairperson of the Riverlea School Governing Body, where over the weekend a fire destroyed 11 classrooms at that school, and the reason is suspected to be cable theft. But we get some reaction on this, and of course we're keen to hear your thoughts about how cable theft is affecting your own community, perhaps some of the infrastructure, roads that you use, and what you think can be done to deal with it. Send us a WhatsApp on 072-110-5584 or give us a call on 010-594-6010.